Hello fellow makeup lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm pretty excited for this video because today I'm going to be doing some swatches and a look using some new eyeshadows that I recently got from Looxi Beauty and Devinah. So you guys know, if you're not new to my channel, if you are new, welcome. I'm so happy to have you here, but if you're not new, that I am on a low buy and I gave myself the limit of 2 palettes a month and then 1 new brand. And I was kind of torn because there were some shadows from Devinah I really wanted and some shadows from Looxi I really wanted, and they were singles, and I didn't really clarify exactly. Like, I thought like if a one single collection came out that I really wanted, I would get the whole thing. I just wasn't sure. So basically, sorry, I'm being blabbly. That's not a word. I'm blabbering. Basically, I decided to go ahead and take a little bit of the Looxi shadows and some of the Devinah shadows and put them together to make my own palette and use that as one of my purchases for this month. And I did, like, I genuinely did go through and, like, I had 9 Looxi shadows to start off with, and I got it down to 5, and then Devinah, I think there was 16 that I wanted, and I got it down to, I think I got 11. And I do, because I'm affiliated with Devinah, I do get them at a discounted price, which is nice. So altogether, it just worked out, and I feel like I made a really beautiful palette, and I wanted to share the new shadows with you guys because they just both recently launched. So here is the palette. I'm just using like an empty one from Devinah. I think these were on sale for like $5 or something. I got them forever ago, and it holds 16 shadows. So here is the palette that I made. So it's going to be pretty easy to remember. All of the matte shades are Devinah and all of the shimmer shades are Looxi. And Looxi's, all these shimmers in here are duochromes, and they are so beautiful. So I'm kind of living for it. So I do already have a ton of Devinah and Looxi shadows, so I'm already familiar with the formula, and I didn't really want to do a first impression. And I don't know, I just thought I would go ahead and like just show my palette, do some swatches, talk about the shades and how I feel about them, which ones I would specifically recommend, and then at the very end I'll do like a sped up thing of my eye look, which I used all of these shadows today to accomplish it. So I guess let's just go ahead and jump on in. Alright, so the first shadow I have is from Looxi, and this is called Glass Slipper, and this is really beautiful. It is a white to green duochrome, and it is super metallic. I feel like the green undertone is a little bit hard to capture, but I do have it on my inner corners, and I used it to highlight my face today. So here is Glass Slipper, and I do think this one is really beautiful. Next is the shade Surge from Devinah, and this is really beautiful as well. It's like a super pastel, just like a pastel light green. I wouldn't really say it has like a minty undertone. So this one is a little bit powdery. Let's see where it looks like there, but it is pretty pigmented for a pastel. And I will say, I just wanted to warn you, I have noticed, like with these particular shadows, with these greens, that if I try to use a brush, like for example the Morphe M514, I do like this brush a lot, but it's kind of, it's not very soft. It's a little bit like rough around the edges, and if you like put that in the shadow, like it takes up so much fallout and like nothing sticks to the brush. So I find that I'm having to make sure I'm using brushes that are on the softer side, because it just picks up a lot of product, but it doesn't pick up anything, if that makes any sense. And then next is the shade London Fog, which this one doesn't really look all that green. It kind of just looks like a gray undertone, which is pretty unique for my collection. I don't have a lot like this, so I'm not mad at it. Next is Looxi Not That Deep, and this shade is beautiful as well. It's like a blue-green duochrome, and this is what I have like on the middle of my lid right here today. Oh my gosh. It's so beautiful, but I feel like the duochromes are like so hard to show on camera. Next from Devinah is Zenona, and this is just a little bit deeper than Surge. Still pretty pastel light green shade. Oh, I totally forgot to mention that for the Devinah green shadows, the 9 green ones that I'm swatching, they are all in a bundle. I think it's called Kiss Me Green or something like that, and it did sell out, but it will be available whenever I'm posting this video, so if you want to check them out, they should be in stock again. And I do have an affiliate code with Devinah. It's just AMYLOVES. That's what all my codes are. Make it easy. But it'll save you... I can't remember how much it'll save you. I'm so sorry. But it'll save you something. So next is the shade Elphaba. Living for these names. Whenever I finish swatching the palette, I am going to go ahead and swatch the other greens I have from Devinah next to this, just in case you're curious, because like some of these kind of look like remaining ones, but I think that they are different. All right. That is such a beautiful shade. Next is the shade Juncia. We're going to give you a little extra swatch. That one's not as soft as some of the other ones. Next is the shade Persephone, and I feel like this one is such a unique, like, green, dirty, like, oh, I love this shade. Such a pretty undertone, so unique. Okay, next is the shade Grinch, and I kind of love the name. I really was hoping that there would be one here called Hulk, but I mean, I can live with the Grinch. So this is like more of a true, like, brighter green. Is it even my video if my cat doesn't start caterwauling? Next is the shade Patina. I did find with this particular shade I needed to go in with more of a dense brush to blend it out. Okay, next is probably one of my favorite shades in the bunch, and this is Looxi Vibin, and you can see it's really beautiful. It's like this like beautiful blue purple duochrome, and it reminds me of Mediterranean in the new Riviera palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills, which that was the shade I was the most intrigued by, was Mediterranean. So when I saw this, and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful, and it's like that really cool tone, undertone. I don't know, I love it. It's what I have on like the inner part of my eye today, and it just makes me that much more content with my decision not to purchase the Riviera. Next is a really deep teal called Khadra, and it's what I have in my outer V today. I did have the problem that I tend to have with shades in my outer V where this did not want to stick, but I think it might be the eye primer that I used today. I think I may be discovering one of the causes of it, but that's what it looks like. I mean, I was obviously able to save the look and like add some metallic over it, add a nice lash, and it looks fine, but for some reason, shadows in my outer V just don't want to stick. Okay, I'm going to do another swatch. Yeah, this one is also a little bit harder. Yeah, that's something I've noticed with Devinah's matte shadows, is that like I can normally make all of them work, and I really do enjoy them overall, but sometimes some of them are a little bit harder and sometimes some of them are a little bit softer. So, all right, on to the last row. Next is another beautiful shade from Looxi. This is called Baby Girl, and it's kind of like a peach with like a really strong goldy green flip to it. Gosh, oh, ooh, you can kind of see it there. It's really, really beautiful. It reminds me a little bit of it reminds me a little bit of Tesla, which is like a pink, more of a bright pink, with a blue undertone, and this is like a peach with like a green undertone, so I think it's really, really beautiful. Okay, next is a purple matte that I have from Devinah, and this is from their Secret Diaries collection. They released them all as singles, and there were quite a few I wanted to try, but I decided that the two matte purples were the ones I was most intrigued by, and this is the shade Kaia. Ooh, I dropped it, but I caught it with my legs. Alright, look at that shade. Oh my gosh, so beautiful. Okay, next we have Devious from Looxi, and I hope you guys can see, like, this is a really beautiful, like, blue-purple duochrome. It's so stunning. Oh man, I need, like, a mirror so I can do the mirror trick. Man, you can't even see it there, can you? Ooh, ooh, right there. Can you see it there? I don't know. Anyways, this is another truly, truly beautiful shade. Super, super metallic. Alright, last but not least is the shade Remi. Kind of living for these colors together. Some of them are a little bit random, but for some reason it just works. Okay, pulling out the bad boys right now. So, alright, this is my current Devinah collection. Actually, it's not all my Devinah shadows because I have the Secret Diaries palette too. But just in case you were curious, this shade right here is Courtney. And I'll swatch that real quick. The other shades don't really look that close. Here, maybe I'll swatch this teal as well next to the teal. What are you? Jaded? Okay, we'll swatch Jaded. Okay. I don't know if this is stupid, but I'm just gonna like swatch it like right here. Okay, there's Jaded next to that other green. They look similar, but Jaded actually looks a little bit more pigmented. Here is Courtney. I'll just do Courtney like right here. You can see the difference. I want to compare Viridian next to Grinch. Yeah, it's deeper and not as bright. And then I can do Miranda next to the... Well, no, I feel like you can see the difference. Maybe I'll just do it for the heck of it. All right. Yeah. There's Miranda. I just want to show you guys this in case you already have some Devinah or Looxi shadows, just in case you don't get any repeats. Alright, here is the Secret Diaries collection, and there's the two green shades. I don't really think they look close to anything, but we'll just find a place to swatch them real quick. There's those two. Oh gosh, okay. The lighter one right here is called Sodad, and then the darker one is called Toxic. We'll just put them right here. Okay. So here is my Looxi collection. I promise, I know as soon as you see this, you're gonna be like, do a video, because I know it looks really beautiful. I agree. Let me see, is there any shades here that look similar to what I have? Here, I'm gonna do the shade Sleep Forever, which is one of my favorites. It's like a beautiful blue next to Not That Deep. Where's Not That Deep? Oh, it's right here. There's Sleep Forever. Sleep Forever has a little bit more true green to it, and Not That Deep is more of a duochrome. I do have Walk of Shame, which is, you know, it's a white duochrome, but it has like a super pink undertone or a pink reflect, and this one has a super green reflect. So they're really, really not similar. And I think that's all the shimmers. Okay, so I think that's everything I have to say. I am enjoying this little palette that I made. I feel like it's really, really beautiful and fun, and some really unique shadows, and I love both the brands, so happy that I went with that as one of my purchases for the month of March. So let's go ahead and jump on into the look.
I'm feeling so hollow, don't you know? Don't you know? I'm living in shadow, don't you know? Don't you know? I fell for fool's gold, I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fool's gold, I fell for fool's gold. What did I know? What did I Yes, I did it all for love. Oh, they say fools believe in it, so I guess I'm one of them. Oh, don't you know I fell for fools gold, I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? I fell for fools gold, I fell for fools gold. What did I know? What did I know? You were fools gold. Oh my God. Yes, I did.
Alright, so that is everything for today's video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.